Breaking news, guys. Southampton have a fee agreed with Arsenal for Aaron Ramsdale. It's an £18 million deal with, I think, £7 million in add-ons, so it's rising to 25 million, and it's been accepted. Aaron Ramsdale will be leaving Arsenal Football Club and joining Southampton. Now, this guy has had a very, very tough year at the club. You have to say it's been the last 12 months for him have been tough, and even before that, he's gone from nearly winning the league with Arsenal to then a year later leaving Arsenal and signing for a team that have just come up from the playoffs. It's staggering. Part of me is content with this because obviously there's no denying Raya is a better goalkeeper than Ramsdale. But another part of me just thinks it's a bit unlucky on him because he played a big part in getting us into the top two in the 22-23 season, and even the season before when we got fifth, he played a massive part. So I think he can do a little bit better than Southampton, but they seem to be the only club that's come in for him with the fee that Arsenal won. And even when Raya was getting loads of criticism, I always knew he was better than Ramsdale, and I thought the Ramsdale loving from the media was just, and some of our fan base, I thought was ridiculous. They were acting like Ramsdale is Buffon, and it was just so annoying. So I'm happy that Raya's obviously proved everyone wrong, but I still think, on the other hand, I think he should be playing at a better club than Southampton. I think Southampton have hit the jackpot. Even though I don't think he's good enough for Arsenal, I think a team like maybe West Ham or Newcastle, I think that would have been a decent level for both the club and Ramsdale. But for him to go to Southampton, I just think, he's not that level. I mean, he's not Arsenal level. He's not Champions League level, Premier League winning level, but he's not quite Southampton. That's just a little. I think he's it's a shame for him because I think he could do a lot better than Southampton, but Southampton seem to have got him. And we know what's happened. He obviously has to go. The club wanted to get a good fee for him, and it's tough. He was a fan favourite at the club, but I just think his dad in particular let him down massively because all that. I think it wasn't. It doesn't get talked about enough, but I feel like the way that he was talking in the media and the way his dad was talking in the media, I thought was so disrespectful to David Raya last year, because David Raya's come in and his dad should have just shut up and just let Raya have his time in the team without trying to, because that could have knocked Raya's confidence. It really could have done. But he just went from strength to strength. Made a couple of errors last season, but apart from that, for about 4 or 5 months, I thought Raya was exceptional. And it proved that Arteta was right and made the right decision. And Ramsdale himself didn't help himself because, he done an interview a while back saying he struggles to concentrate for a whole 90 minutes. And I think to myself, you can't say that. Even if it's true, you cannot say that to the public. It's the most stupid thing in the world. And Arteta looked at that, and it wasn't the only factor, but I think he was weighing up whether we need a new goalkeeper, and he heard him make that comment, and he's obviously just thought, do you know what? We can't rely on this guy. We really can't. And that's why he went and got another goalkeeper, because, the levels that we've hit now, people might think it's harsh that we're getting rid of a guy like Ramsdale who done so well to get us where we are today, but the levels are just so high now. The competition's so high. The club have to be making brutal decisions in order to keep progressing the team. And I think this is the best solution. Get him out of the club in the sense that he can now play some football and he can actually play regularly, because last season he barely played. And the times he did play, he nearly cost us the games twice, both against Brentford. So, there we are. Ramsdale has left the club, and all we can do is thank him for his service at the club, because he's a big reason why we are where we are today. His performances were exceptional for 2 years, but now it's obviously come to an end. And I wish him all the best. Even though I feel he should be doing a little bit better than Southampton, I really do wish him the best, because he seems like a good guy, who just couldn't really deal with the fact that he was out of the team very well. He didn't handle it very well, but I'm sure he's a nice enough guy. But it's just, it's done.